Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my previous subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video in particular, we're going to be talking about DOGE or DOGE, depending on how you interpret and how you pronounce that. But we're going to be discussing what is our current path and likely outcome, and what do I see for the future. I'm not predicting, I'm just giving likely outcome, the plausibilities and possibilities, and where it's currently heading based on the choices it makes today. It can make a different choice and take it into an entirely new direction. But what I try to do is I try to access the Akashic records to try to be able to give me, okay, even if they make multiple choices, what is the end game? What are out of all the possibilities in which all the universes where DOGE exists and DOGE exists, what is the most consistent outcome? And that's the one we're going to go with. Alright, so this video in particular is being recorded on none other than Wednesday, February 26th at 1:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as of when this specific video is being recorded. So that is when this video is being recorded. If you want to help out the channel grow so we can get the message out to all our other subscribers and family members, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the bell icon. You can also watch this video longer than normal and you'll be able to tell the algorithm, hey, I like his content, show me more of his content. Plus, you'll see other tarot card readers and astrologers as well. If you have been noticing that YouTube had not been engaging or hadn't been actively notifying you when you post and upload, or even better yet, had not even been showcasing your comment to me, you can bypass that by going into the description or the comment section below and following my Blue Sky account or my Facebook group to be notified when I do post and upload next. Alright, we got that all out of the way. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. Anything I do or say in this video is just for entertainment and nothing more. Let's begin. Let's see what's going on in DOGE. Let's see what the outcomes are, what the likely plausibility of DOGE or DOGE, and see what's going on. It's going to be a very short video, I promise. Alright, so let's begin. Let's see. Spirit Angel tell me for DOGE or DOGE, what is going on? Okay, so they're telling me to take a look at the astrology, the astro alignment deck. So the more you engage with the content and the more you watch my ads and whatnot, I take the money from the channel and I have a bank account that it goes directly into for YouTube specifically. And when I need to buy something for the channel, I would just access the income or the money from that, and it will be able to help us buy things and be able to do things that otherwise I may not be able to personally afford because I put a lot of money into the channel. So I just trying to save up for when the times are hard. So if you want to help out the channel, you can just do so by just watching the ads or engaging in some way. That's all. Alright, so anyway, let's begin. So thank you for those of you guys who did engage, who were able to afford this deck. Alright, so let's take a look, let's see what's going on in terms of the astrology aspect. What is going on in terms of the astrology relating to DOGE or DOGE? What is the outcome of DOGE or DOGE? The Department of Deficiency, or whatever it's called. And it's headed by Elon, or Elonia, or Muskrat, or Musk. Okay, you ready, Spirit? Tell me when to grab them. Okay. Okay, they're telling me this is all we need. Okay, they're telling me they realized we didn't have enough, so they just put down a couple more. So, we got more. I don't know why I put the deck away, I really needed it. Alright, let's leave it there. Leave it like that. Alright, so these are the cards that I'm getting. Now we're going to take a look and see. Okay, they're telling me to take the Illuminati deck for those. So take a look at that. And yes, I can read using board games. Yes, that is a thing that I can do. As you all seen, I done in a video recently that I could read with Uno cards. Literally Uno cards. I can read with anything. Even business cards. One day I'll get enough business cards and I can actually read with business cards. But until then, I won't be able to. Because remember, all this is just a piece of paper with pictures on it. It really just helps you focus and honing your energy in a certain area. That's all that it does. So if you don't have if you don't have or cannot afford any tarot card, just use the playing cards at home. Or works just as fine. Spirit Angel, tell me about DOGE. What is happening in DOGE and its future and its likeliest outcome in the US? It's headed by Elon. Okay, what way is it facing? Left or right? Left. So is it this way? How are we doing that? This? Okay. So these are the likely outcomes here. All outcomes. These are outcomes here. The bottom of the deck here, we have you need more stuff, Madison Avenue, money. You need more stuff. And then the top of the deck here, we have evil genius for a better tomorrow. I don't think that's any more descriptive than it really should be, but it is. It really forecasts what we're talking about, right? DOGE, evil genius for a better tomorrow. At least that's the promise that he's spitting out to people. All right, so they also said index cards. Okay, they're telling me to wait until we start reading and then to start using the index cards. I guess it's like a clarifier or some way. All right, so how do we start this? The first card that comes in, I'm getting all these cards represent the pathway to DOGE being into effect. Here we have air, expansive, intellectual, inquisitive. This is air, right? It's an element, it's heading towards the past, which means this is in the past tense. It has to do with the revolving around Auto Duel or American Auto Association, which has to do with the car, which is Tesla, right? We all talked about that at Tesla. We're talking about Elon. And here it's further clarified by the Bermuda Triangle, right? Things going the way it should be, but with a little bit of underground shady, right? The conspiracy. But the conspiracy in this aspect is he was not yet when he created Tesla. Well, not when he created Tesla, but whenever he took over Tesla. I'm not 100% certain on who Elon is and what he does. I just read on him. Essentially, what he's saying is, right before, like when Tesla was founded or whatever it is, when he took over, it was normal. It was normal. It wasn't anything fanatic, anything crazy just yet. That is what the air is talking about. Everything was lightweight. That's why the air is in the past. Things are not lightweight now. That's why the air is here. The air, the element has left. What is also heading in that same direction? Trailblazing, invocative, and fearless. Right? Aries. Again, another interesting card because it feels like Aries is very air. It's all about air, but it's not. But it's in the name that sounds like air. It's interesting because it's also, again, heading towards the past, which has to do with the trailblazer, invocative and fearless. Him going in hardcore into something. The next card that comes in on the right side here is the 8th house, which is heading towards the future. What's heading towards the future is metamorphosis, death, and rebirth, which is in the house of Scorpio in the 8th house. Right? The 8th house, metamorphosis, death, and rebirth. There's a death card here, and it's heading towards the future. What's also heading in the opposite direction, coinciding with this, is the 12th house of Pisces, which means karma, shadow, and secrets. The 12th house. That is heading towards the past, which tells me that while the secret, the karma, and the shadow is going towards the past, and the intention is being well known now because he was very evocative during this election. So this time frame, was when he took over Tesla, and this time frame is the election, and this time frame here is now. Right? He was very evocative. He was very vocal in 2024 about his intention in doing certain things. And these two cards here are going in two opposite directions, which tells me that there's a shift or a change going on in DOGE and the mindset. This is now, right? It's the shadow, the karma, the secret. It's no longer a secret. It's no longer a shadow of what he might do. This is happening. This is reality. This is the 8th house. This is metamorphosis, death, and rebirth. These two cards, well, these four cards here, this next card that comes in is paternal order, conservative. It's reversed, which means a new order. You're trying to create and usher in a new order, a new way of doing things. It's also come in as lobby or gun lobby, right? Control. It's also reverse, gun lobby. Trying to control or trying to manipulate by force if needed. And here was also, that's another card here, deep agent, undercover agent, right? Deep agent. Was telling me that DOGE is not an undercover agent, it is the agent. That's what it's saying here. It's saying that DOGE and DOGE, again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only, is an agent. It's an agency that hires agents to be undercover. That's what DOGE is. That's what DOGE is doing. That is his intention behind all of this. To create a new order that suits him and his idea, what he imagined the world should be like, using force if necessary, by using his own funding in order to create undercover hidden agents. But those undercover agents are not within the shadow. They are publicly open and available to be seen. That's the thing. Going into the next astrology card here, we have Aquarius, which is interesting because we are in the age of Aquarius now, which means we the people. It is heading in the future card, but going downward. What is going down for Doge? We have here innovative, rational, and humanitarian. Self-explanatory. I should not have to even explain that because that's exactly what we're seeing. Right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to agree with that. The card that further clarify this is a lack of promise, a lack of doing things that everything was empty, came empty-handed. And with the reverse is anti-nuclear activist. He's blowing things out, literally. Right? He's not anti-nuclear. He is the nuclear bomb. This is the bomb that ticked off and blew up in the White House, right? That is the bomb. Like Doge or Dodge is the bomb that blows things up. Now going into Dodge here, or Doge, the first card that comes in is the mortician, death. We're trying to sell things even through rebirth or through change, right? Trying to say, oh, well, you know, just die, but we're going to offer you money, right? Kind of like what 45 and Elon is doing now is they, oh, well, we killed the IRS, but we're going to offer you $8K. $8,000. That is the first option of those. That's the pathway here. The next one is interference. Interfering to get to where they got to go. And you can kind of see the interference costs blood. It doesn't cost anything but blood. It's in blood. It's bloody, right? It's not good. The next outcome is the science fiction fan, which is the conspiracy card, which indicates here is stranger. Hold on. Stranger in a strange land. That's what it means. So science fiction fans, right? He can go down towards a very futuristic style type. He could actually reveal who he really is if he wanted to. We'll talk about that in our video. But the last outcome here is girly magazine. He could become very progressive, but also very toxic, like toxic masculinity. So what is those likely outcomes here? Well, those likely outcomes, based on what I'm getting for Dodge and Doge, which are the same thing, they're synonymous, is the mortician, interference, science fiction fans, conspiracy, and we have here girly magazine. Now I'm going to kind of explain it to you in the way of information in which I got it when I first received it. We have the mortician here, which telling me there's a gap to Doge in some way, that maybe they're trying to sell off the final remains or possibly selling the death of the United States to the billionaires, which will be represented here in the mortician card, which makes a lot of sense. Right? The mortician. The next card is interference, literally interfering in every aspect, and it costs blood. Interference in reverse, right? From election to government institutions, anything that's like that, but even like force, like I said, force. The next card that comes in is the science fiction fan with a stranger in a strange land. He could actually reveal himself as an extraterrestrial if he wanted to. Not saying that he will, because it doesn't look like the likely outcome. The likely outcome for us is the mortician and the interference, which is on the top two. So these two outcomes are likeliest, where these two are the least likeliest, being the girly magazine being the least of them all three. Right? The science fiction being the third least likeliest outcome. He could reveal himself as an extraterrestrial, and yes, if you look it up, he has admitted that he's a 3,000-year-old extraterrestrial, and that's a little weird, even to me, but he did say that. Let me look up Elon 3000. I said we were going to do a video on this, and we will do a video on it, but Elon Musk. Okay, so this is from AOL, and this is what he literally posted. So he can be saying stuff like this more, and this was posted November 24th on into Monday of November 25th. That is what he said. Just keep that in mind. That is what he's saying. Here's another one that suggested, you know, like that conspiracy side, like making people guess who he really is and what he is. Here is another one that says the same thing. Like, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, it's a little bit bizarre if you ask me, but he could do that as well. But that's what I'm getting in terms of all this. Then we're going to further clarify with the index cards to try to understand what is going on with DOGE or DOGE, because the energy seems a little bit bizarre if you ask me. Oh, I hit the wrong deck. Okay, they're telling me to use this one. Because they're saying I picked the right one. I guess they wanted to, you know, make me pick the wrong deck. Okay, so Spirit Angels tell me, what is going on with DOGE or DOGE? What is the future or the energy of DOGE? Okay. That's nothing. Okay. Here, illegal donation, national debt. So we have here on the top of the deck here, we have illegal donations, reverse. So it's national debt, which means stimulus checks, bankrupts, overspending, banking, high inflation. We can kind of see that with DOGE and DOGE already doing that. The bottom of the deck here, we have electoral margin 410 to 515 electoral votes, 270 to 315 seats, 35, 46, 19 Senate. Don't know exactly what that card means, but we'll find out soon. Alright, so let's take a look and see what's going on in these cards. The airy card, we talked about the air, right? The lightweight. What is the lightweight? What is the challenge to this? Is whether or not he wants to create the shadow government. At this point in time, again, the New World Order, we talked about the New World Order. The air card said that his challenge, which means heading towards the past, which means in the past he wasn't sure if he wanted to do that, which means he did not make the decision yet. Sometime whenever this happened. This was not his original intention to do what he's doing now. Around this point in time, when I said this was around the time of the election, we had the popular vote. The Democrats win, but lose. Right? Interesting. Then the next card comes in, which is the Age of Aquarius. We have here the swing states decide the election of 2026, right? The midterms. Something going on with the midterms here. And he's blowing a lot of things that we, the people, and his power and influence has been waning around the time of the midterms. So this might be referring to the midterms. So at least now we know this is going to be happening with the 8th house, and the 12th house for him. It's going to be happening right before the midterm. So from now until the midterm, this is what's happening. This is where we are right now. We're heading into this, and these are the outcomes in the future. Which now it starts to make a lot of sense. And here we have Aquarius, which means innovative, rational, humanitarian, which is going downwards, which tells me that is not what DOGE is going to start representing. It's going to start doing bad things. And here we have a 50-50 Senate, which tells me there's still many plausibilities and possibilities in ways in which it can go. Right? A 50-50 Senate, and it falls right on this. And it's on top of the interference and conspiracy, which means that there may be okay, now I understand it. Because this is the midterm, talking about the midterms in 2026, this is talking about the interference that's going to be occurring in the election of the midterms. There could be a conspiracy of an interference of some way. And it has to relate to DOGE or DOGE and what they're doing. Let's get the final touches, and then we'll end today's video. Would you like to provide any additional touches, Spirit? I have to shuffle because it's very hard to use index cards when you're doing this. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take this white card. We have here hide. You can't hide. Okay. What can't you hide? Yes. So someone's excited, so you can't hide your excitement. Excitement for what? The clock strikes 12. The clock strikes midnight, which is the midterm, right? That's interesting. So you cannot hide. Yes. Yes to whatever this is here. The clock strikes 12. So this is in quadrant here. So the high, you cannot hide your future. Which means this has to be a sole contract. And this is talking about, yes, he did what he did, and it is a yes for that. So that is confirmation. The clock strikes 12, which is the midterm, with the swing state decide. The midterm, the clock strikes 12, what's the final card for the outcome? Okay, they're telling me pink. So we get pink. Can you tell me all the pink, all the white, and all the way in the front? Somehow I knew there was white. Religion. So religion and 45. Okay. So religion and 45. If you have not watched my previous video on the Vatican and Pope Francis' health, I highly recommend you go and do so. Religion and 45. Religion and 45. A godlike complex. I think that's what they're trying to do. Like, they're trying to create a godlike complex. What is this? What is 45 reverse and religion upright? What is that? What does that mean? Can you clarify? Angels. Okay, maybe possibly a fallen angel. It's a fallen angel. Senate. Again, we have the Senate. The Senate on top of the Senate here. Okay, a fallen angel. Angel. We have here America's Sign Language. It's reverse. Not being able to speak, not being able to hear. That's what it is. You're not able to hear something from the Senate revolving around metaphysical relation with 45. So there's silence here. I feel very silent, very quiet. Can you get final cards here? I'm getting that pink card. So right here, let's see if I can get it. Move forward. Okay, they're telling me to take the Illuminati deck and shuffle. Okay. Okay, can you clarify what it does? What is the outcome card? It's that God complex. That's what it is. The nephews of God. A local police department. Nephew of God, and then here the IRS reverse. So, yeah, it feels like to me, it feels like there's some sort of complex here. There's a God complex. And here we have the Senate Investigating Committee, which is reversed. Interesting. And what's in the background? We have like him pushing people down. Bonk, bonk, boink, like that. That's what I'm hearing. Senate Investigating Committee on top. The bottom of the deck here reversed. We also have the Boy Scouts, which is peaceful and resistant. It's reversed. Not so peaceful, not so resistant. And we're going to end off with the same card that we originally started off with. You need more stuff. And further clarified by slush fund. Slush fund with market manipulation. Oops. Market manipulation. So, interesting. We're going to have to explore this. Again, like I said, I'm doing a multi-part series on the Antichrist and Elon and how he relates to it and all of it. Because if you not have watched my video, I highly recommend you go and do so. I said many times before that I kept getting this channel message that in the year 3000, someone will come. Elon has said during the midterm that he came from the year 3000, and that seemed to be a little bit concerning to me, especially the fact that I got the year 3000 and he got the year 3000. Very concerning. Go watch the Vatican video if you have not already. Alright guys, I love you. Have a great night, and thank you for seriously supporting the channel. I really do appreciate all of you and all your love and support and appreciation. It does not go unnoticed. I love you. Have a great night, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.